Hey guys, welcome back to the coreross channel. So I've been doing some research into the new girl's weapons, her loadout, and maybe more about what her gadget might do. So first of course we know that she's got the MK14 EBR marksman rifle. Now this does come with fully automatic fire in real life, but I think this will be a single shot, maybe a burst rifle perhaps, but I think it'll be single shot. The reason for this is that she has two secondaries that are fully automatic. And also, they do specifically say marksman rifle in the text. Like, they didn't have to say that. They could have just said MK14 EBR and we'd know exactly what weapon it is. We wouldn't have to know about marksman rifle part. And I kind of feel like they've just added that in to let you know that it is a single shot. Now, her other primary is a complete mystery. It is the BOSG 12.2. And I can't find anything that matches that. Now, because of copyright, sometimes they do have to modify weapons, so very similar, like actual model in game, but they give it a different name because if they give it the right name, they might get sued. That's why you don't see the Glock in Rainbow Six Siege, because if they added it in, they would actually get sued for using it. So you sometimes see similar, very, very similar guns to Glocks, but they're not actually Glocks. And I do hope maybe we get a variation on the shotguns that we haven't seen before. Maybe we get like slugs or something, or just different kind of rounds would be really cool. Now the Koreans in the 707s do use this shotgun, and that would be a really cool addition to Rainbow Six Siege, and it looks freaking awesome as well. So it could be that this is a variation of that weapon, but considering none of the other weapons that we see are used by the Korean 707, I don't think it's the case, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd love to see this weapon in the game. Now, our secondaries are the C75 Auto. So I think this is the CZ75. And I expect this will have a very small magazine, but very high rate of fire, and probably hard to control as well. And her other secondary is the SMG 12. So a very default name, doesn't link to any weapon specifically. So again, this is probably a variant of a copyrighted weapon, and will probably something very similar to a Mach 11, I would think, something along that kind of range. But I think because it's another option for a full auto weapon, I think it'll probably have a bigger mag than the C75, and it will probably have a less rate of fire, and it'll be more controllable. Now, I've also done some research into her name as well, and it is a Korean goblin. It's actually the artwork we actually see in the entire season, and plays a major part in so far the publicity of this season. The interesting thing is that these goblins possess extraordinary powers and abilities that are used to interact with humans, at times playing tricks on them and at times helping them. So this changes up my entire idea of what she might actually do. When I originally heard that she was going to do hacking, I obviously jumped to the idea that she was going to be able to actually like take over the defender's cameras or take over the defender's gadgets or disable the defender's gadgets. But what if she can actually hack the operators themselves so that they end up hearing things? So playing things like through their headsets so that it sounds like there's gunfire somewhere else, maybe even seeing things. And this is what the gadget could do. Maybe it is more of some sort of hologram emitter, because it's surprisingly big. Like, when I first seen that gadget, I was like, damn, it kind of looks like a mute jammer with a touch screen. So I kind of had this idea that she might interact with it, but it could be, because it's quite big, like IQ's thing that she pulls up is pretty damn small. So this girl's got a relatively large gadget. Now, it could be that, she just interacts with the cameras, hacks the defender's cameras, and then she can look through it to see where people are. Make total sense. Or it could be that she puts this on the ground, it emits light, it creates sound, it may even make a little hologram or something. But I'm totally jumping to conclusions here. It really, at this point, could be anything. We have multiple options. I like the ability to hack cameras, that sounds cool. I like the ability to actually hack gadgets, like taking over a Jaeger active defense system so that it then shoots at like nitro shells the defenders throw would be really cool. Something like that would be pretty sweet. And even taking over stuff like nitro shells so you can actually detonate it yourself or stop it from being detonated would be cool. but also something distraction based too would be really cool. Now I thought we'd also go more in depth on her armor as well, like what speed is she? Because she looks like her bottom half cries out 3 speed, light armor. Like there's not a single piece of armor on her legs whatsoever. But then the upper body has a surprising amount of armor on her. So she could easily be 2 armor. Now she's definitely like, if she ends up being a 3 armor, I'll be like, what? Because obviously she's not a 3 armor. 2 armor I could maybe believe. And if you look at her as well, she is wearing a skin tight bodysuit. Like all over her body that is skin tight. So pretty crazy, I think. And seems to be a common way we're going with the females right now, with having really skin tight outfits. I'm curious to see what the Polish attacker is going to look like. I hope we're not going to have skin tight on her as well. I hope we're going to have a bit more reasonable outfits. But other than that, there's not much else to really go into. The artwork does have some interesting little details, like we have the ones and the zeros showing up on the windows. We obviously have the same kind of design we've seen in the so far teased artwork for the new season. So there's definitely a correlation between this operator and the entire season that I've not actually seen before. And we're very much seeing her goblin, her apparent kind of gadget going off here, very much running through the entire season, the artwork, which is quite interesting. It'll be interesting to see if with the Korean defender, which should be a guy, if this artwork continues over to that one too. Anyway guys, that's a little bit more in-depth information on the new Korean attacker. She seems pretty damn cool. I'm really interested to get into Rainbow Six Siege and play as Grace and see what the hell her ability actually is. Well anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Unfortunately the first video did get demonetized immediately, which was a real pain in the ass. So I just want to actually say really big thanks to all my Patreon supporters. Only 7 of them I think at the moment, but you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Really helping me right now. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you guys have any ideas about these weapons, post them in the comments below and we'll see if you end up being right. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.